Hi guys, welcome to the unboxing and quick review of this Amoowa mini projector. That's an ultra portable movie projector with 200 ANSI Lumen, and yeah, you can use it as pocket cinema. It has a maximum of 300 inches in display width. It comes with a touchpad control. It is compatible with iPhone, Android, laptops for home and yeah, even outdoors, and so you can watch almost everywhere. It has a native resolution of 854 by 480. Yeah, the picture, as already mentioned, up to 300 inches, of course, depending on the brightness, and it comes with an HDMI and USB interface basically. So let's check on that, how this really works, how good the picture quality is, and so let's take it out of the box and see. By the way, we get even some more information on the box. You can see some of the features as well, and here also some description at the bottom. Also the type seems to be P150G. So let's take it out of the box and see. Very nice box here. Nice cushion, which is really important. And yeah, that's the thing. Can you really imagine such a small projector? That's really awesome. Not these bulky, heavy things anymore, but just a really small thing which fits almost everywhere. You can even place it on a standard tripod. It also comes with this soft rubber feet. So no excuses anymore not to use a projector. I mean, I have already been using projectors and they were a lot of fun. It's really crazy, especially gaming or sometimes really watching movies, but the problem is always where to put them, because they are so huge and make a lot of noise, and this could really be the next level of projectors. What's also a great feature is this dust cap. So you can see, you can move it on the side and close it nicely. This is always one of the biggest issues which you have with these projectors, the dust on the lens, so you can prevent that here. So here is already everything what we get. I took everything out of the box. We get the remote control. That's a Bluetooth remote control which we have to be paired. Of course, we have to add two small batteries. Batteries are not in the box, but it's standard batteries. We have to pair with the OK and the minus button for I think 5 seconds. But of course we have to turn the projector on for that. Here's the charging cable, or we can leave it connected. There is a charge which is supposed to last for 100 minutes. So if you're lucky, you can watch a whole movie. Yeah, if it takes a little bit longer, you have to grab maybe an extension cord and to plug it in. And here we get the instruction manual, everything nicely described in English. On the last side, on the last page, we get some additional instructions. Maybe that's useful, from the range and the diameter and runtime and everything, if you're interested into that. So let's turn it on and see how this really works. I'm going to show you all the plugs now, which is interesting. When you look at them, you might think, yeah, okay, they forgot to add the outlets, everything. There's no HDMI. They are writing about HDMI, but there's nothing here. So let's open this thing from the back. It's not so difficult to grab it. and then we have access to a USB plug. And I guess we can watch like videos, movies from the USB stick. We have also standard HDMI, and here of course the plug to charge it, and we can nicely close it so everything is nicely protected. So I'm going to show you now how this projector, this mini projector, I mean we really have to say mini projector. Here you see my hand this size, so it's so super small. You can see that. So with this mini projector I'm going to show you all the basic functions as much as I can within the limited time. I mean, I could show this thing forever, but I try to be maybe within 30 minutes, and I will go to show you the footage at the very end. So don't be worried at the moment. I'm going to project this to the backside of a picture. It won't be really nice and it's a short distance, but it is just to show you how the functionality is of this thing here. So to turn it on, we have to open the protection here. There's no on off button, there's just the protection slider here. We move it to the side and we wait for a little bit, and then it should start as long as the battery is fully charged, or I mean at least charged. So we turn it to the other side so you can see something, hopefully a little bit about the picture. Try to point it a little bit higher so you don't have to see the battery part of the thing, which is probably underneath. So you are interested into what's going on the screen, of course, and yeah, here on the top where we have the thing like the control part. I mean, we also have this remote control here. You already see the first picture. It's actually quite sharp. If we need more sharpness, we can click here on the right side. We get this focal thing, and we can push here or push here, as you can see. Yeah, I think it's pretty good here for the moment. We can do same thing here with the remote control. Here we have also this focus ring here, and we can go left, right, same thing. So let's leave this here. We have the menu, and as you can see, we have already a few installed apps. I'm using the remote control now. By the way, if you are setting up this device for the first time, you will not see this menu at the beginning. There will be a menu just with the Wi-Fi, because of course usually Wi-Fi is pretty important. So they ask you to provide the Wi-Fi credentials, and when you're entering that, you will come to this menu, and I think there's no way back to the Wi-Fi menu, but of course you can go to the settings here and see all the Wi-Fi things. Also with the Wi-Fi there's a problem so far. It seems to be very difficult to connect to the real Wi-Fi. Yeah, I've been really struggling with the Wi-Fi in the last couple of days. I've been writing to the seller and the manufacturer, and they didn't get any reply. The problem is, yeah, we can go to the Wi-Fi, of course. By the way, I'm not using the mouse mode. There's a mouse mode which you can use like a pointer and move around. I'm using the normal mode now, so you can click left and right. So I go to the settings here, and we have the Wi-Fi settings, and as you can see, I have entered the credentials and it says secured, and even when I click on it or click right, then it does nothing. I mean, I can say connect. I have added the credentials and it says connecting, and then it goes back to saved. I mean, for a really short time it goes to connected and then it drops out again. I don't know what the problem is, but I have done some research, and I also remembered some time ago I had exactly same problem with some Android tablets. sometimes when they're using old versions like Android 4.4 or so, or even older than KitKat, which is 4.4 as far as I know, then sometimes it can be a struggle. Maybe we can download some kind of apps, but can be a problem. You have to be connected first, or you have to put the app on a drive. Maybe we can install it from there. I will try it. Maybe I will cover that in a different video where I'm going to show you how we can connect here. I have seen like WPS apps, and maybe we can install it, and then it will be maybe possible to connect, because most of the people, they have been able to solve this with the WPS button, but there's no WPS button, so I think we have to install the app. So anyway, it's not really going to be connected for a longer time. It was a really short time, and then it dropped out, and since it's gone. But it's no deal breaker, definitely not for this really nice projector. You can still do almost everything. There are plenty of options to play nice videos here, as long as you have a smartphone, because we have this Miracast. That's one thing, for example, which we can do. I've been connecting to this Miracast, and here you can see how this works. Go to your Wi-Fi or settings, and Wi-Fi settings here. And I mean, it's different for every smartphone, so I'm not going to show you that with my smartphone, but you will find out how this works on your smartphone. And the really interesting thing is that even with when the normal Wi-Fi is not working, the Miracast always worked with my phone. So I've been able to like broadcast or transmit everything from my phone, everything which you want to show from your phone, like pictures, videos, or I mean, you have the Netflix. The problem here is with the installed YouTube and Netflix, you can't use these apps, but you have same apps on your smartphone. So you use these things on your smartphone and then connect through Miracast, and you will have everything on this projector as well, even when it's not connecting through the normal Wi-Fi. So don't be worried about that. Here we have the USB mirror, which I think is just an iOS or Apple thing here. Just wanted to show you that. I don't have an Apple device, so let's go back. Here we have more iOS stuff. You can select either iPhone or Mac, and I don't have either one. So yeah, let's go to the settings as well. So we see everything. Wi-Fi settings you have seen, Bluetooth settings. You can connect your speaker here, which is a really nice thing. I haven't done this now, but Bluetooth shouldn't be a problem with Android usually. And so you can add a nice speaker, because this device, I mean, it has a speaker, but the speaker is small, and that's no like cinema experience. So you can really connect a huge Bluetooth sound blaster, and then you have this cinematic experience. So with the projector settings, we have the brightness here, and yeah, which is really important. So I'm on the power savings mode, because of course the noise is less. I can go to the right side and show you the standard mode. Now it's a little bit louder. And I can go to the brightest mode, which is not so much of a difference, but the huge difference is with the fan. So I'll go back to the power saving, which is really quiet. I mean, you are here with the camera just a couple of inches away from this projector, and it's barely possible to hear. And if you have it just maybe 10 feet, or yeah, maybe 5 feet away from you, and you're watching a movie, you won't be able to hear that, especially on the power savings mode. And I've been using the power saving mode on a large distance, let's say that have been almost 20 feet or something like that. Of course, I reduced the light in the room, so it would be a nice cinematic experience, and the light was definitely still perfect, even with the power saving mode. And the power saving mode, I've tested that. Maybe I will show you that later on, some screenshots of that or images. I have been going to, I think, 1 hour and 55 minutes, so almost 2 hours, just running on the battery here, the built-in battery on the power savings mode. Of course, with the normal mode, the runtime will be much shorter, but there's also a solution for that. This is one thing I'm going to show you. Here you can see I have it unfortunately upside down. Here's a battery, but I'm going to show you more details about that later. With such a battery you can extend your experience up to a couple of hours. I mean, you could probably 6 hours or so easily get out of such a battery. You have to just make sure you're not buying a normal power bank. You have to use a 110 volts or 120 volts power bank, which this one is, and I will put down the link into the description for that. By the way, I will put also one other thing into the description. So that's a keyboard, which you can see here. That's a USB keyboard. Such things are really nice to use because the projector doesn't have the keyboard. So this is something which you can use. You get a USB dongle which you can plug here. We have the USB thing here. I can open that. So here we have it. So that's the thing from this side. We have the USB, we have the HDMI, we have the normal power here. They are a little bit close together, so for normal plugs it would work. If you have like white plugs, like Chrome HDMI stick, that could prevent that you can use this USB adapter outlet. You have to be aware of that. I had like that's the old Chrome stick. I think the newer ones are smaller, but if you have this plugged in, it could be difficult to use anything, even the power here. So make sure when you buy something, you buy something really narrow, and also with the USB, so micro USB would be perfect, like if you're using anything here. So yeah, by the way, I have some USB things here. I will use that. You have to make sure that you are using it upside down. For some reason they have to decide to put this plug here upside down. I mean, 99% of all the USB outlets are like 100 degrees off. I mean, yeah, this is actually off. This is not standard, so it's upside down. But anyway, you can still use it as long as you're plugging it the right way. So I'll go back a little bit to the old view. I think sometimes, yeah, the picture is not good here from this camera. I mean, don't worry about this picture here. It's perfect, and it's just recording it a little bit strange. Sometimes depends on the distance. I think now it's a little bit better. It's a little bit further away, but at least the picture is better. So anyway, yeah, let's go back to the projector mode. We have the standard front projector. We can do crazy things here and put it upside down or whatsoever. If you want to mount it on the ceiling, you have a lot of options. Let's go back here. We have the general settings here, also keyboard, language, daytime, storage management. There's an internal storage which is available to 11.61 gigabytes. You can put some things here, so you don't even have to use then the USB stick during the playtime, which is really awesome. Of course, application management, maybe can do something here. I haven't done anything here, but you can see there is Hulu, there is of course HDMI switch. We have also already quite a few things, but the problem is without the Wi-Fi most of these apps are useless. But of course we can use the MX player to play from the USB stick. Here we have an online upgrade of course doesn't work without the Wi-Fi factory resetting. I have already tried this. I mean, worked, but didn't solve the problem with the Wi-Fi. Here we have Keystone correction, and we can do auto correction. I've never seen it heavily working. I mean, yeah, you can go here, and now it's even leaning to the side. Yeah, it's a little bit weird. So sometimes it helped, sometimes it didn't help. I mean, at least at the moment, obviously it didn't help. It did something, but it didn't help. Horizontal correction. Yeah, so I have to do this manually back. So once it really did it, so but of course we can do the manual correction. That's usually the easiest thing. The thing is, with the OK button, we can select the corner where we want to work. So let's say we want to work here on the left top, and we can go up and down. Now I think it's up down. So you can see here, I just hold this thing down here, and we can do all the crazy stuff. We can go up and down and left and right with all of the 4 corners. This is really nice. The last projector which I had, it didn't have this thing here where I've been able to really correct all the 4 corners in any in any direction. I mean, in all the directions. So I've been able to adjust a little bit, but here you can really adjust every corner here. That's really, really nice. I'm going back now. Let's try to do the automatic correction. Yeah, it just took it back to a little bit, but not too perfect, as you can see. So I'm not 100% sure about that it's perfect, but at least for me at the moment it's good. And I've been able to use the projector even not straight, but really to the side and correct a lot with this Keystone correction. So it's a little bit bent still, but I'm not worried about, or don't be worried about that. You will be able to correct almost everything. So did we cover everything here? Yeah, we had everything in the general Keystone we had, and about that's the model 150G version 126. Here we have even more. That's the MAC address, and that's it from the settings. So we had the apps. Here we have the all apps. That's about same thing as we have seen before. And the Google Play, of course, does not work. Netflix does not work. YouTube does not work. Here we have the files, and we can go to the USB. And here, for some reason, we have to choose this. I don't know why. It always puts some of the Android system things on this USB stick when I plug it in. I've really no idea why that. So let's go to one of my MP4 videos, and I can select which player I want to use. I'm using the MX player. Now it should start with this video, and you can see it's playing nicely, this video. Of course, it's not the perfect image quality here. I mean, it won't be perfect anyway at the end, but it is a really nice resolution, really nice sharpened, really nice pictures. I mean, nice colors. Unfortunately, you cannot see the real blue. It's a nice blue here. I can tell you that's actually nice blue. You just cannot see that. Maybe I can focus for a moment a little bit more on that, but still, yes, you can see the colors are, with this camera, the colors are a huge problem. You get just a little bit of an impression how it might look. You don't have these silly strange green and blue stripes, of course, on the real projector image. That's just because of this camera here. I don't know how to correct that. I don't have like a perfect professional camera here, so I don't know how to correct that, but you still get, I think, an idea or an impression how this could look. And I really like the picture. I mean, I've seen so many other things from cheap projectors. I mean, cheap, yeah, it's still a cheap area, around $250–300. I mean, not super cheap, but there are definitely more expensive projectors. And by the way, these points here are on the back of this picture. That's not a problem with the that's not definitely not a problem with the projector, so don't be worried about that. The image is really good, nice, sharp. Player works really good, as you can see, so you can really play things easily from the USB stick and probably from the internal flash storage as well. So we go back to the main menu here. Of course, we have the main menu. I'm going to show you the mouse pointer as well. I click on that, as you can see, so I can hope you can see the pointer here, which is moving around. That works really good as well. By the way, if you have to reconnect, you can press OK and the minus for I think 5 or 6 seconds same time, and then it will flash here, and then you can you should be connected. You can use that here. So I'll go back to the I don't know if I can go back, but I mean, anyway, I can use the mouse settings and the control cursor settings at the same time. Now it's using the arrows. The mouse mode seems to have stopped. So anyway, we can go. We don't have only things here, we have also three things at the top, and that's very important, especially if we want to use HDMI. Here we have the settings again. It's the same thing as before. I don't know why this is here. Then we have the file here on top as well, and that's actually also not needed. But the one thing which is really important, that's here, that's the HDMI, and only when you or enable it here with the yes, you can watch from HDMI, otherwise it won't do anything. So if you want to use like a Chrome stick like this one here, you have to go to the HDMI settings, otherwise it won't do anything. So I think I've been showing you now everything on the projector here, like operating. I mean, yeah, here we have the touch screen. You can move things around here. You have the home, you have menu, you have back, you have the plus minus for the sound. Maybe I can show you that. I don't know if you have this here. Yeah, we have this here too, as you can see here, plus and minus, and you can see this here, and we have also sound plus and minus here. And we have the back, we have the home, we have the menu, we have the zoom here, but no brightness. You have to go into the menu here to these settings and adjust the brightness here. But apart from that, I think I've been covering now the whole thing at the projector itself, and I'm going to show you now the footage a little bit how this looks in real. But you have to be aware of that also. I've been projecting to a wall. I'm going to show you that now. The wall is not a really fine smooth wall. The wall is like, yeah, I have to point it a little bit to the side, so otherwise you won't see that. Here, this is how the wall looks. Unfortunately, I don't have a smooth white wall. So imagine, now you can also see how it's affecting the picture when I move this around. So if you had like a real smooth white background, it's much better. That's really, really important. I mean, of course, you can use that to watch a movie, but it won't have same nice effect and quality. So also the things which I'm going to show you now has same problem with the wall, and the problem is not the projector image is really nice. So check on that now, how the difference is now with something white. It's a huge difference even here when the camera is a little bit making problems with the image and is destroying the nice white color and putting some green and blue. It's a little bit annoying. but I can't change that. So, but don't be worried about the image quality. It is as good as it can get with this resolution. So So we have now come to the end of the video and the summary and everything. As you can see, I've been recording now for more than half an hour and we have still the battery level on about 80% or so, 70%. I mean, really good, at least on the power savings mode. You don't have to be worried about that, and the device is really nice. I mean, it's getting warm. I can't tell you how warm, but it's not hot. It's maybe 100 degrees on one side. Here is cool, and here is cool. Here is, I don't touch it because I touch it. Yeah, maybe 100 degrees here, where the fan is emitting the hot air. It's maybe 100 degrees, but really, as long as you're using power saving mode, no really hot things. And yeah, it's really a nice thing. I mean, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect such a really nice working device for this price. I'm still, even when we have these problems with the Wi-Fi, I'm still super excited about this whole thing here. I didn't expect such a really nice experience with everything, especially Miracast working really great. So you can use everything from your smartphone, play from USB, play from HDMI. So still without the Wi-Fi, a lot of opportunities, and I'm pretty sure we'll find some kind of fix with the manufacturer. I mean, that's not a problem with the device itself, it's a problem with the Android, with old Android versions. And usually I have found a solution. Sometimes you can just restart the router or add a different Wi-Fi on your home or whatsoever. There are definitely solutions for that. I'm definitely not going to send this thing back. It's way too good to send this thing back just because of the Wi-Fi. It's such a nice device, and yeah, and it's so small, you can store it everywhere. So I'm not planning to use this every day, of course. Now I have charged it, I can unplug and close, and now put it in a small drawer and have it ready for the next time there's an event like the Super Bowl or Indy 500, or I want to play a game with the family on the Xbox or whatsoever, and doesn't need a lot of space. This is awesome for, and really perfect for my needs. And yeah, I'll put down the link to this thing, to the listing on Amazon, into the description down there, and also to this. Now you have it here ready, portable, 20,000 milliampere hours power supply. And the thing what you need is that it has 110 volts, so you can plug this in here and you get an extra of about, I mean, this is 7,000 milliampere hours, this is 20,000, 3 times, so you can watch additionally 3 movies or whatsoever. I mean, that's a lot of time now together with this one. And what you also need, or yeah, could need maybe this keyboard, and I'll put down the link to such kind of keyboards where you have this USB plug. I don't have it here, but you have a plug and you can stick it here and it should work, so you can enter everything what you need. And also the Chrome or Chromecast stick, actually, that's a nice thing, so you don't have to connect the thing with the cable. So as you can see, you can just plug this in here. Of course, this one at least needs some extra power, but you can use power bank. Unfortunately, not the power here, but with a smaller version, maybe it will be possible. That I will put down to the description as well. These are nice add-ons and a really good thing. So overall, I'm super happy with that. One of the better buys from me for sure. Really nice thing. It comes with this tripod mount, so you can use a tripod, put it everywhere, so you don't have to mount it on the ceiling or do some like silly constructions where it falls down or whatsoever. It has this nice rubber feet, but I think I'm gonna use this mostly with some kind of tripod with this mount and just put it there and let it run and then remove it. Yeah, so that's it for now. Definitely full recommendation from my side. I hope I was able to help you a little bit with that. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.